Welcome everyone. So now we are done with the atom and just Jupyter notebooks are left. So for the Jupyter notebooks we have two different methods to use them. First is with the internet connectivity, second is without the internet. Now for those who did not watch the Windows portion for downloading Jupyter notebooks, for them there is another lecture here that what the Jupyter notebooks are and how we can use them. So Jupyter notebooks are something like, you can imagine that there is a virtual environment for you where you can code, and there is a terminal with every cell. You just write code and there is a terminal with that. So this is the editor I believe most of you are going to prefer. And why? That's because it's so easy to use. So first of all, the first way to use the Jupyter notebooks is just Google and write there Jupyter, and there you will find jupyter.org. Enter that one, and here I believe this is the most popular editor in the whole world. So here you have two different options: install the notebook and try it in your browser. So click on try it in your browser, and there try with Python, and there you will find a binder that will open up a Jupyter notebook. So why I require a browser for this one? So the thing is that the notebook where we are going to write, that will be shown to you in a minute, is just a notebook. Like here, this is the beginning part of the notebook, that something look like. So what I'm saying is that it's just a part where you can write. So any editor has some files related to the code that is used in that one, so that it will prefer the files that matches the syntax, and by that you will get the Python working. So how will it work without the files? So that's the thing here. In Jupyter notebook there is nothing like files we have. It prefer the server and take the instructions from there and run the code directly. So that's why we require the server for Jupyter notebooks. It's like PHP, that we cannot run PHP directly on our PC. We require host. Host is something that is providing instructions according to the syntaxes to the platform. So the first way that I'm teaching you here is with the server. So from here, this is the way Jupyter notebooks look like, and this is where we do not need to code, and I will tell you more about the Jupyter notebooks in the further lectures. This module is just about installing them. So all these things will be explained to you, so don't worry about them. I just explain you the things that is required for the next 2 or 3 modules. So first of all, click on File, New Notebook, and select Python 3. From there, you will get something. Let that open. So here is this thing you will get, the editing environment. Here these things are known as cell. First important thing. Second is the Python 3, from which it shows that it's using Python 3. Third is this thing, code. Make sure always code is selected here instead of these things. These are the other things for headings, etc. So in this, here you write the code like 3 plus 5, our usual example. And if you want to run this code, don't press enter, press shift plus enter, or we can say shift plus return on Mac keyboard. Here you will find 8, and here you will find the number of line that is using, or the number of cell that is being used. Like if I make here print and shift enter, this one is 2. So here the number of cell you are using, the number will be shown here. One more thing, here we have out, because you know return print. If you return print in this thing like print 3 plus 5 and shift enter, in that case why it worked, shift enter, that we use a different method. X is equal to 3 plus 5. I didn't know why that did not work, maybe due to server connectivity. Now here we have that output. Maybe it's a little slower. Now if you also press enter this one, you will get again the same output, because our x is equal to 3 plus 5. And that's the thing here, the number of cell will change here, and that's why I have told you this is the most easy way. And my internet connection is something slow right now, maybe that's why it's a little bit slower, but it's very fast. You just right shift enter and it will automatically get out the results. Here you will not get out first thing, second this will become 5. Now few more things here, you can edit the name of notebook from here, click on title and you can change the name whatever you want to. One more thing, in file you can download this file whatever you have written there, so that you can save your work and study that later, unless you're otherwise your work will get lost. So this is the Jupyter notebook, and this is the first method by which you can use the Jupyter notebooks. Now for those who did not want to work on internet again and again, so what to do? So in that case, let me just get to the Google. So here we are on Google. For them we have something known as Anaconda. So here we will find www.anaconda.com, click on that one, and here you will get the download link in Anaconda. That is the official website of Anaconda, because it's also a very large platform. Click on download. So one more thing here, what actually is Anaconda? So Anaconda is generally like you are using browser for the notebooks, Jupyter notebooks. So what if you use your own computer as host? So that is what Anaconda will do. It will make your computer or your PC as a local host. I think local host is the proper word for that, and it's generally used. So local host is created by Anaconda. There are many similar applications that also do this, like XAMPP, etc. But for Python we prefer Anaconda. So here you see it creates host for these things. So these things run with the Anaconda, like Jupyter, Spider, NumPy. So it's a very useful thing, and I also suggest you to download this one, because this is one's download thing. It's a very large file, like 637 MB, but once you will download it, you will not require any internet connectivity, because all the instructions are stored in Anaconda files. It will prefer these instructions and run your file again and again. So just click on this download and it will automatically get downloaded 637 MB. Make sure that for the platform you need to download is in black, others will be in green. Like if I want to download for Windows, other two will become green. For Mac, click on this one and then download. After that it will get start to download automatically. So the download speed is fine, but that is not fine in the browser. So I have already downloaded this one, so I'm not going to download it again. Now on the downloads I have here the Anaconda. Here you see this one. So when you double click on this one, it will start to install the files. One more thing here, if you did not have downloaded the Python 3.7, then it will not get installed in your Mac, because your Mac has 2.7 and we have downloaded this Anaconda for 3.7. if you have noticed there, 3.7 version. So it will not get downloaded by this installer if you did not have the Python 3.7. so make sure that thing. So we will continue, because I have already downloaded it. Here you just need to click on continue like the Atom, and like the Python 3, add free, continue, and there will be file selection. You can select anywhere, so like I have selected for there. Now installation type, you do not require to do anything here, and make sure that you have sufficient space in your Mac, because Apple MacBooks are not good in space, so it requires 2.13 GB. So now click on install, and again I have already installed this one. So I believe you will install this one, because just a simple step of install. And after that it get installed, this is what it will look like in Launchpad before this cute crocodile. So when you click on Anaconda, this one starts to get in control, and just wait for this one to get work. So here it is started, and this is the thing that takes time every time. So just make it in working once and make the PC sleep. Don't start it again and again. So here we have the interface of Anaconda. So don't show it again. So these are the platform that will be generated by the Anaconda, and it's very simple and easy to use. Like you have seen there in the browser, we have made several changes, like in first try the notebooks, then in Blender, and here you just have to click on launch. Like here I want to launch Jupyter. Other things are of no use for us, but all these things are very useful. So just click on launch. Make sure on Jupyter notebook, not on Jupyter lab. So here it will automatically start the Jupyter notebooks, and wait for the process. One more thing also here, you can also install the Jupyter notebooks directly by using the terminal. So we have commands in terminal, that is with the install the Jupyter notebooks, and I will not tell you about these because that's a little complex thing there. This one is very easy for further videos, that why it's this one. Oh, they both are same, it's just a different page there. So here click on new and select Python 3. I think you have already noticed this one, localhost, that is the host generated by the Anaconda on our Mac. Now here we have the cell and the Jupyter notebook similar to the previous one, and again if I write 3 plus 5 and shift return, so it will show result in a while. Maybe these Jupyter notebooks are slow in Mac, not the server. So these are the Jupyter notebooks. Here we have 8 our output, and the same things like change this thing and title to anything, and make sure code is there. In case of markdown, it will not be code. Like if I have shift enter, it will be like something heading there. So make sure you have selected code. So these are the Jupyter notebooks, and I think you are going to prefer these because these are easy to use. So if you want to prefer these, then you can prefer these also. They are very good, and that's why I have shown you that you can prefer these. So thanks for watching, and we are done with installing the editors, and I will see you in the next module.